When I first heard of the conspiracy theory that there's a secret Stranger Things episode 9 airing on the 7th of January, I thought it was a joke, like a meme. Haha, everyone was so disappointed with the finale that they've deluded themselves into thinking that there's a new secret one that's actually coming and the one we watched was fake. I thought it was just like taking the piss because so many people were extremely disappointed with how the series ended. And now today, it's all I'm seeing. I am inundated with these unhinged explanations for why there is actually a secret ninth episode that's airing in less than 24 hours. And it's coming from a place of like genuine belief, it feels like. This is earnest. It's called Conformity. Conformity. Fuck! Conformity Gate confirmed by me accidentally! I knew it! Conformity Gate. That's the name of this movement. And they're using pieces of evidence like this. This was on the Stranger Things TikTok, and you'll notice behind our character there, on the clock, it's 107. 107? That's January 7th. Coinky dink? Perhaps. But I think not. I'd be a fool to believe in coincidences when it comes to Stranger Things. Much like Joyce with the lights, the community is putting together the pieces of this puzzle, the breadcrumbs the genius Duffer Brothers have laid out. They wanted you to believe that the finale was underwhelming. They wanted to tank the reputation of one of the most powerful IPs in Netflix history in order to get you all with the bait and switch that the good episode is actually airing tomorrow, and a huge surprise. The whole concept of that is just wild to me. Why would they even have a fake episode? The idea being that Vecna... this is all part of his illusion, so the ending we got, the epilogue, all of that stuff never actually happened. This is Vecna projecting this to us, and it's not real. The real ending is on the 7th. That is a dumber idea than NFTs. That shit is poop. Because at best, with this concept, it means that the 2 hours you spent on the fake finale was 2 hours just wasted. It doesn't do anything to elevate that. If there was a secret finale that's good, all it means is that there is an episode before it, the penultimate episode, is just not good on purpose. So it's a waste of your time. It just doesn't pass the smell test. There would be no reason why they would intentionally give their community that's waited a decade for the ending something less than great on purpose for the sake of getting them with the surprise, here's the actual finale. There's nothing positive about that. Yeah, so I just don't see that coming, especially not from Netflix of all places. And it makes even less sense when you consider the press tour that the Duffer Brothers are going on right now with the Orb of Confusion in their possession, where anytime they're asked questions about the show, they're like, oh yeah, I don't know. I guess. Possibly. Them trying to answer questions about their own series is like you trying to remember a fever dream you had after chugging NyQuil. Like they're having a hard time even remembering half the shit that fans are even asking them. So I don't think that's them trying to cover for this secret grand scheme of a episode 9 finale. I think they just really got lost in the sauce and forgot a lot of things along the way, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. As it stands, the finale isn't the worst ending to a show in the world, but the fact that it is so disappointing to so many people, it's led to them having this mass hypnosis where they're in this trance state, Vecna is controlling them now, where they're projecting these ideas that it can't be, less than stellar. There must be something more. So now they've cooked this up and they're using just nonsensical explanations for why Conformity Gate is real. And like I said, I thought this was just a meme at first, like a joke. And if you're the Duffer Brothers, this has to be the ultimate insult that your series finale is so not amazing and flat to so many people that they actually cannot believe that this is the end, that they think there must be more to it. That's gotta feel like shit for them. More so than people just outright insulting it or picking apart the numerous glaring plot holes and inconsistencies. The fact that your most diehard fans and Stranger Things enthusiasts are the ones that are there must be more, this can't be actually how it ends, that has to be just the ultimate insult. If I was the Duffer Brothers, I would actually just get right back in the lab again, talking to Netflix. Brother, we're doing another season or something, or a special coming up, next November or something. We've got to do something. Holy shit, this is hurting our feelings a lot. It would actually be motivating me to be okay, I'm doing something. I'm going to try and play into this. Yep, we fooled you. The real finale is end of 2026. But anyway, though, back to Conformity Gate. Like, the evidence they use is just grasping at straws. Like a Twitter user going on Netflix, typing in Season 5, Episode 9, and Stranger Things and House pops up, using that as evidence, because when you type in Episode 10 for Season 5, Episode 10, Stranger Things and House don't pop up, but you know what does? Emily in Paris. Wow. That's awfully thought-provoking. That is an eyebrow-raising observation. If you've been hit in the head with a hammer, you can't be serious. Do you want to know why that's most likely the case? Because Netflix's search function isn't amazing. In this example here, Emily in Paris didn't show up for Season 5, Episode 9, but it did for Episode 10. There is an Episode 9 of Emily in Paris for Season 5. Why wasn't it present? Because Netflix isn't great at that kind of thing. Just because Stranger Things popped up for Season 5, Episode 9 doesn't mean there is one. There is, however, an additional Stranger Things piece of content dropping, which is the behind-the-scenes stuff, but it is not Season 5, Episode 9, the secret finale, and that's not evidence of it. And I've seen other people using the search function for, like, their strong points for Conformity Gate, such as typing in fake ending, having Stranger Things pop up, which it does. I tried it myself. You know what else Stranger Things pops up for? Bad ending. And also, most notably, big fart. Wow. Now we're getting somewhere. I gotta be honest with you, sports fans. The longer I spend diving in this rabbit hole, the more convinced I become that there might really be something of substance here to this Conformity Gate conspiracy. You can't argue with big fart. Just like you can't argue with a complete misunderstanding of Morse code. So this user looked at the cassette tapes and came up with Morse code that spells out "did not stop me." But that only works if you have no fucking clue about Morse code, which, admittedly, I'm in that camp, but you can look it up. The unlimited information is at your fingertips, should you choose to look into it. So first of all, you can't really have Morse code work without some variations in the lines. You need short and long elements, typically dots that you'll see in Morse code. And if you pull up the actual Morse code here and try and somehow stretch it to fit the fucking Twitter post here for the Stranger Things message, it doesn't even come fucking close at all. So first of all, in the cassette tapes, there's clearly no variation in size or anything, so there's no dots, there's no long lines. But even just using the long lines that they have listed here doesn't work at all, because the first one doesn't even exist. There is no 4 just long. But let's just go ahead and assume that the last one is a small. That would mean it's 9. Not you, it would be 9. And then the second one, let's assume the empty spaces there in the cassettes are dots and the cassette is long. Then what you have is dot, long, dot, dot, which is not D, that is an L. So you have 9L, and then underneath that, it's not I. Long, dot, long, long is Y. So you get 9LY, and then underneath that, you don't even get L again. So even if you just look at the Morse code they put on Twitter here, it can't be did, because the D pattern is not even repeated there. So how the fuck could it possibly be did? That wouldn't work. The whole thing crumbles. It is a complete sham. And yet people are believing that. There are so many people that looked at that and like, holy shit, the proof is right there in the pudding, and they're using ChatGPT to confirm it. Grok, are we right about this Vecna theory here? Does this Morse code confirm it? Well, darn tootin', looks like you cracked the code. You're a real smart cookie. Thanks, Grok. Can you put me in a bikini? It's just so fucking absurd. That is not even close to being anything substantial or even remotely correct, yet people are willing to run with it so they can continue to believe in Conformity Gate. Like, ultimately it's harmless, but it's just so ridiculous that I can't help but make fun of it and get, like, somewhat heated about it. Like, I actually cannot wrap my mind around people that are really believing in it. Like, it's shocking to me. And they're using things like the marketing material where they're saying it's going to be a dark Christmas as more proof that this is accurate. Since it wasn't a dark Christmas, fucking nobody dies in season 5 at all. Huge spoiler alert. Literally nobody but one character who you don't know anything about, can't care about because she's only there for like 4 seconds of screen time across the whole season, across the whole series really. Outside of that, there's no character death, so it wasn't a dark Christmas. They're using that to say the dark Christmas they meant was Orthodox Christmas, which is January 7th. Come on! Goodness gracious, come on! Snap back to reality, I'm begging! Again, it's ultimately harmless, but holy shit, it is crazy. It is actually unbelievable that there are people out there that truly are like believing in this. Like to a degree where I saw people trying to book tickets to the secret premiere, the secret finale at their movie theater, because another big conformity gate evidence piece is that some people's movie theaters on the 8th aren't doing a ton of showings for other movies. So they believe the reason for that is because the theaters are occupied showing Stranger Things finale. So they're trying to book tickets to those imaginary make-believe showings for the secret 9th episode. It's so weird. Now, at the end of the day, if I'm wrong and this is all by design, that'd be something special. I think it'd be extremely fucking stupid. That'd be a terrible, terrible, terrible decision. Like, it'd be something I'd never seen before, and there's merit in that. This would definitely be creative to intentionally fumble your finale, but it actually was you faking it the whole time. You didn't fumble it. You have a secret episode in the tank. That would be interesting, but still extremely stupid. I'd love to be, like, wrong about, Conformity Gate. I'd love if it's real. That would be, like, entertainingly disastrous as a concept, but I am just 100% certain that's not the case here. I do know that there will be the behind the scenes for Stranger Things that comes out. That is on its way, but it's not the secret 9th episode finale, I don't think, I'm sorry to say. Anyway, let me show you some clips from last night when I was learning more about Conformity Gate. There's actually a decent amount of evidence, but I think it's mostly writing mistakes. I can't imagine there's a decent amount of evidence to suggest a secret 9th episode. That, I think what they're probably looking at is fucking plot holes that this whole season was filled to the brim with. That doesn't mean that the Duffer Bros have secretly cooked up a plan that erases those, and it was actually all part of their master scheme to make everyone think that they fumbled. That would be the stupidest idea ever. What is this? X a lie. Wow. Now that's compelling evidence. Oh god. While both Susie and Vicky were absent from the epilogue, some theorists believe Vecna left them out entirely because he didn't know who they were and therefore couldn't include them in the ending he allegedly constructed. Oh, that's so sad. It wasn't Vecna who forgot who they were, I'm sorry to tell you. According to Conformity Gate theorists, the final episode of Stranger Things could be released January 7th. Why that date? Netflix previously shared a cryptic post reading, "Your future is on the way," accompanied by a January 7th tag, leading some members of the fandom to speculate it could be connected to the theory. It also is significant in general because it marks Orthodox Christmas, which aligns with Season 5's release pattern of dropping episodes on major holidays, including Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's Eve. Every Insta account of Netflix in different regions changed their bio to relating of Stranger Things. No shit, it's their flagship series that just ended. Of course everything's going to be relating to Stranger Things. They want as many people as possible to watch it. Let bro believe in the whimsical. I don't care, ultimately, it's fine. It's a harmless cope. Hey, it'd be great to eat my own words. Maybe January 7th rolls around and they're like, gotcha, it's actually, here's the real ending.